SMT Nation, we back nation. This is an interesting developing story that's impacting users on networks. It impacts T-Mobile. It impacts this local fixed wireless internet service provider. Let's talk about it here in today's video. The article from Alan Friedman, phonearena.com. I'll be sure to link the article for you guys in the description. Ways to support us can be found in the description as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here. Turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, so titled, Fixed Wireless Access Firm Tells the FCC T-Mobile's 5G signals interfere with its network. Wow, this is terrible. This could get messy. All right, so the company's name is Blue Surf, claiming that T-Mobile's 5G network interferes with its own network. The company is based out of Maryland, and the interference concern has to do with T-Mobile's 2.5 gigahertz N41 spectrum. You guys are familiar with this. It's the 5G UC base layer for the T-Mobile network, and more specifically, it's the 2.5 gigahertz frequencies that T-Mobile had just been assigned from Spectrum Auction 108. You guys remember that huge fiasco in which the FCC, their authority lapsed on Spectrum, and they weren't able to assign it to T-Mobile, and then they got the exemption, and they finally got their Spectrum and all of that stuff. So this is probably, because this wasn't an issue before. It just started happening, so it all kind of makes sense. It is a co-channel interference situation, according to T-Mobile. Customer premise equipment, we're talking about gateways and such. They're the ones that are kind of going through it right now. That's where the interference lies, in the receiving of the signals for the fixed wireless access customers on Blue Surf. Now, the interference is going to be harmful because what's going to end up happening is it's going to impact those customers' connections. And, of course, this company is going to want to make it seem dire. They're really forcing the issue and saying, how awful this is and how it, is a security risk and how there could be all these different types of complications and safety issues due to the interference. I don't know. Apparently this is not new. Blue Surf has brought this to the attention of the FCC in previous years. I think initially when T-Mobile started building out 5G UC post T-Mobile and Sprint merger, it was identified as interference did exist. There's other frequencies for fixed wireless access providers to use, but in the case of this, if the licenses are, if they're private licenses, PALs, then there's going to have to be some kind of a happy medium. And I think, unfortunately for T-Mobile, they're coming in secondarily. They weren't, broadcasting these licenses before Blue Surf. I think the agency, the FCC, is probably going to end up siding with Blue Surf. And I think somehow, some way, the solution is going to have to be through T-Mobile. They're going to have to either power down, they're going to have to figure out something with, utilizing some of that frequency, for guard band or something. There's going to have to, or filters. I don't know. There's ways to deal with this. I don't know what the most likely outcome. Maybe there's some RF engineers who could comment down below on that. But I do think, Blue Surf being the incumbent, this is probably going to be a downer to the T-Mobile network, unfortunately. Right. And hopefully it doesn't impact T-Mobile's network performance too much. But it's not unprecedented, guys. We've seen N41 create problems in other use cases. We've seen the T-Mobile 5G network be, kind of problematic. We've seen it with Wi-Fi systems. We've seen it with hospital systems and gear and equipment. I remember TV signal problems with 600. Look, I'm not trying to say one company is better than others, but there clearly is, some downside to the frequencies that T-Mobile has used for their 5G network. I know everybody thinks I should say the media has posted articles about the quiet brilliance of the T-Mobile 5G network. They deal with stuff. It's not perfect. They have to work around a lot of these issues, and it's kind of rearing its ugly head. I mean, hell, I've seen the issues with security systems and camera systems. Just another one of those situations, but they'll deal with it. They'll figure it out and they'll be fine. What do you guys think about all this? Sound off in the comment section below. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.